Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dave, and in this Magento Basics tutorial, you're going to learn how to enable SEO-friendly URLs in Magento.
That's right, and with that said, we're going to jump straight across to our Magento dashboard and show you how to change this setting. So Dave, this is straight into System, and then down to Configuration at the bottom. Then on the left-hand side, click onto Web underneath the General section. And in here, Dave, we've got a whole section dedicated to search engine optimization. So let's go and expand that section out. I say a whole section, it's just one option in here. And you'll want to make sure that use web server rewrites is enabled. So that's been set to yes. And then to press save config at the top. Now, there are two other steps which you need to consider once you've been and changed this setting. Number one, that you have been and uncommented the sections within your htaccess file. Now, let me go and get this open up for our site here in the background, and I'll explain what you need to be doing. Number one, you're going to need to log in to your Magento website via FTP. So you want to use a client such as FileZilla, for example, and then sign in and get yourself into your root folder. Okay, and within there, you'll always know that you're in the right section because you'll see folders such as app, downloader errors, includes, and things like that. Now within there, in fact, why don't I just move this onto the screen here, Dave, which is that once you've been and logged in, you'll see folders like app, downloader errors, includes. If you scroll down, there will be a file called htaccess. Double click onto htaccess. Now this will open up in your default text editor. And let's go and move this onto our screen. So let's pop this across. And you'll want to make sure that the htaccess file has been set to rewrite the URLs for us. So I'm just scrolling down because I'm looking for the right section. There we go. And again, I'm going to make the text really big so it's much more easier for you when you're watching this, which is where it says enable rewrites. You'll want to make sure that the rewrite engine is turned on. If your Magento is installed in a folder which is different from your root, then you'll want to uncomment. So that's what that hash symbol means there. Uncomment and then put your folder in there. So for example, Magento. If you've got no idea what I'm talking about, leave that setting alone. And then scroll on down and you'll want to make sure that number one, your API is also being rewritten. So take a comment out the front of there. And also the comment is also removed from the rewrite wall for the authorization one as well. And if I just scroll on down, Dave, is the, let me just come down to here. Then this section here, okay, so always send 404 on files within these folders. So make sure that's uncommented so there isn't a hash symbol in front of those. And then for the three options here, rewrite conditions, file names, make sure there's no comments in front of them. And finally, the most crucial one is this last one down here. Make sure there is not a hashtag in front of the rewrite rule .star index.php, otherwise it's not going to work. So Dave, that was note number one, which is a little bit scary. Let's face it, if you've never been and edited a file on your site before, just make sure that the rewrite engine's turned on and then you've uncommented all the ones which you can see or have just seen on a screen. And if you're not sure, just rewind and watch that part again. Now, the other setting which you need to be aware of, or the other step which you need to be aware of, is if that was set to no before, we've just been and changed htaccess to work. Okay, so it's now going to do pretty URLs instead of like catalog, product, view, and then like 1 or 1000, depending on how much products you've got on your Magento website. Is the other thing which we need to do, and it's a crucial one, is that you're going to need to reindex your Magento website. In fact, if that was set to no previously, you've probably been and got a warning message up at the top telling you that you do need to reindex your Magento website. Now, this is really straightforward to do. If you go to System, go down to Index Management, then you'll probably see one or more of these is showing as having an update required is yes, and it needs to be reindexed. There's two ways which you can do it. You can either click on the Reindex Data link on the right hand side for whichever one of those is red, and if you don't have a very big Magento website, you're most likely able to go to click on Select All or just tick the ones on the left hand side which you would like to reindex, and then click on Submit on the right hand side. Now, Do note, this is not a fast process. If it times out, then don't be surprised. With Magento catalogs over a couple of hundred products, it will take a while for the reindexes to be built. Now, if that is you and it does time out, don't panic. Just go back and tick one at a time, or press the link one at a time for each of the indexes and see if that goes through. If you still, or the site still doesn't re-index, then you're going to have to use the Magento command line interface, which sounds really scary, but it's very simple to set up, and we've got the tutorials to show you how to do that over on understandinge.com. Now, Dave, there's also worth pointing out here as well, is that you can also do some funky stuff with the URLs for your Magento website, because by default, Magento will show the category path in the URL, won't it? So if we've got a category, or you got a category on your Magento website, which is maybe home and garden, and then the product name after the end, because you've got home-garden as appearing in your address URL, then we've got a separate tutorial to show you how to do that, and we'll explain why you would want to do that and how to change the settings in Magento. So Dave, our site here is in the background re-indexing. It's probably the same for you as well if you've been following us along. While it's doing that, ours has just finished. Happy days. And I think on that note, Dave, let's wrap up here. So from myself, Matt.
And from me, Dave.
Cheerios. So from myself, Matt.
And me, Dave.
We hope that you found this video tutorial helpful.
If you have, then let us know by leaving a thumbs up on this video below or subscribing to our YouTube channel.
We believe to use Magento, you don't need a degree in Nerd, and we've created you over 300 step-by-step video tutorials at understandinge.com to help you.
In these tutorials, you'll learn how to use Magento with no prior knowledge,
how to build a fully responsive Magento website for just $99, which is about 65 quid.
How you can use Magento to sell on eBay and Amazon with M2E Pro.
And you'll be joined by over 6,000 fellow business owners just like you.
And the best part is, it's free to join.
So for myself, Matt.
And me, Dave.
We'll see you there. Cheerios!